let me be very sincere with you. Quality of the film we are making is not what made Nigerian Nollywood to capture the world. It is not the quality, because if you say quality, then you are not being sincere to yourself. So many countries in Africa, they shoot film. If you watch their film, you will agree that this is film. Everything perfect, technical, sound, everything perfect. But the story itself is nowhere to be found. So the story is what has made Nollywood stand out. Your story that you are telling, does it resonate with, because the biggest market we have is not actually Africans in Africa. No. The biggest market we have are Africans in diaspora. That YouTube is thriving today is because of Africans in diaspora. They want to watch something.
A touch of home.
Yes, they want to watch something, whether it is in the picture, the aesthetics, or whether it is
in the language, diction,
whatever. Let it be something that takes their minds to somewhere they feel like. But if you are shooting a movie for them and you are trying to make the film to be as Western as what they are already tired of, the film is already tired of the movie. And that is where the Ghana filmmakers, that's where they got it all wrong. Because most of the films at a point, so many of their... I remember that the organizers of the Third International Screenwriters Conference in Poland, they told me that they were not interested in Ghana. That Ghana keep copying. They said it. And they said it. It's something that if we can go back to that same conference and then pull the footage, they will say it. Because if they are interested in Ghana, they should have invited somebody from Ghana the way they invited somebody from Nigeria. They didn't invite anybody from Ghana. And that answer came because I wanted to know why they should invite somebody from Nollywood and they didn't invite somebody from Ghana, because I believe all of us are making the same African films. They said that they are not interested in Ghana. They are very plain. You know, Oyibo, they don't hide. They want to say
no mago.
Yes,
straight up.
They will just say the way they feel. They say it because they keep copying. They are interested in you because you are consistent. So that consistency drives them. You are just telling the story. It's not as if you are trying to tell something that somebody is pushing you. You are telling it because it's actually coming from your spirit. So if we give you more push, you will tell the stories more. That is it. So it is a very big problem. Now, Nigerians, we are pushing all these stories, pushing all these films, and then they are still demanding for more. The era we are now is to find a way, and that is what the film festival, part of what the film festival, the Cool City Film Festival,
yes.
Even the lecture they want us to hold in January, still about the same film festival.
Okay.
It's about the same thing. How do we merge the culture, the tradition? How do we merge it with the technicals so that we can sell to the world? It's not just. It's no longer about story. It's about the ability to tell that story that you have already captured the world with. That same story, then bringing superior technical ability into that same story, tell it. Are you not shocked that eventually Netflix said they are no longer interested in Nigeria? Why? I got feedback. The Africans in diaspora, they say that the Nollywood they have in Netflix is not the Nollywood they know. It's not the Nollywood they are used to. It's not the Nollywood they want to see. Because you cannot be telling an African story and then you are telling the African story to be like a Western film.
They know where to see Western movies.
It does not make sense. People should be able to understand this. When Ghana film starts, for example, when Indian film starts, you know that this is Indian film. They have never tried in their life
to impress you
with anything. They have never done that. When China film starts, you will know that this is China film because before you know it, somebody will use one leg to slap you. You will know that this is they don't hide.
Korean movies,
Korean
Philippines, same
that
thing.
is it. Nigerian films will be able to have that, and we have it already. That when Nigerian film starts, you know that this is a Nigerian film. What we need to do is to improve, not for us to start to dismantle that structure we have already and then start to copy somebody else that you're watching Nigerian film. You are wondering whether is this Nigerian film. If we make mistake of losing that, then we will have lost everything. That uniqueness is important. But I subscribe to those that say we should improve on the quality, and we're working towards that. We know how the economy is. And then forget that Nollywood is the only product from Nigeria that is being exported as finished product. Nothing else. There is nothing else we are exporting from this country as finished product. The only thing that is being exported from this country as finished products, they are the entertainment contents. People watch it and they can only learn from it. Nobody is trying to take it somewhere to begin to do anything on it again. And then you will see journalists, every small opportunity they have, or lawyers, or everybody in every department, every opportunity they have, they are comparing Nollywood and Hollywood. And then you ask these people, don't you think it's actually credit that you are already beginning to compare Nollywood and Hollywood?
Yeah, past Ghana, past South Africa.
If you as a lawyer making this comparison, can you compare the quality of law in Nigeria and the quality of law in America?
It
The answer is
been
no.
compared before.
Can you compare the quality of policing in America and the quality of policing in Nigeria? The answer is no. Can you compare our PDP, APC with the American Democrats and Republican Party? You cannot compare. Can you compare our transport system with the American transport system? The answer is you cannot. Can you compare our airport and the airport in America? The answer is you cannot compare. Can you compare even our restaurant management with the restaurant management in America? Can you compare our hotel? What department can you compare? In everywhere you
hospitals.
In hospital, name them. You cannot compare anything. So in the area where you are working, you are not comparing your own, but you are always in a hurry to compare,
to throw shades at Nollywood.
To compare Nollywood and the Hollywood. And I see that as credit. Because if we have managed being consistent over the years without any government involvement, individual efforts to get this industry where it is, and then to the point that you are now comparing us with some other people, that means it's a credit. It's a credit. Government in Nigeria will always say they want to help Nollywood. They will vote money that when you hear, your head will spin. Then this money will end up in the pockets of political filmmakers. Political filmmakers who have all the documents of film, but they have never made one film. Or maybe they have made one film at a point in their life just to pass as a filmmaker. They are no longer making films, but they have all the documents because government has become so manipulated that everything is about documentation. They are no longer real in anything. They don't want to apply wisdom in their operation because everything is bureaucracy. So once they want to give money, they will look for all these political filmmakers who have all the political documents, and they will tender to government, and government will give them the money, and they say they have given money to Nollywood, and you are not seeing the effect of that money. It is happening consistently, and government, they are not even asking questions. How come that we are doling money into an industry, and the industry, they are still complaining they are not seeing money, no dividend? Who is actually receiving this money? And nobody has been arrested. That's why you look at Nigeria sometimes, you actually get confused with a whole lot of things that are happening. But we are not giving up. They didn't give us money for us to be where we are. So we are not actually so
dependent on them.
We are not desperate about that their money. If they eventually give us, fine. If they fail to give us, they want to continue giving to their political filmmakers that have all the documents to give to the banks. Everything, before you can mention the document, they have it. You understand? But they don't have any film.
Yes, I agree. There is something you said, Ayaka, that struck me. It is not the quality that sold Nollywood.
It's not the quality.
It was the story. Because the films that made the likes of Nkemo Ugezu J, they were not shot on 3D.
Mm.
Okay, I go to YouTube now, you will see old movies doing so well. Look at Osofia in London, going back to Netflix. The story, the authenticity of the story is what is. But now everybody is talking about quality, as if when we watch Igodo and then the likes of Egg of Life, we saw any quality. It was just the story.
Quality is good. I agree.
Yes.
Quality is good, and if we can get the quality to bash the story,
Powerful.
But let us not play down on the story. That is just my own.
Because we have so many quality movies that are just very, very well.
We have so many very quality movies that they have no story.
Yes.
You look at the film and you are wondering, why will anybody film this?
Yes.
But some people are clapping for those movies. But the Africans in diaspora, they have looked at those films and they say that this is not Nollywood. This is not what they want to watch. So we are very delighted that
it's happening like that.
It's happening like that.
Let them. YouTube. You talk something about YouTube, how Nigerians penetrated YouTube, and then Ghana filmmakers are finding very, very difficult to do so.
It's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate because they make good films.
Yes. Do you have one or two things to say about how YouTube market was penetrated? Mr. China, Mark Collins, was talking one time. He said that Lagos people were laughing at the Basaba people when they came together and merged.
Mm-hmm.
And said because when they lost the grip of Iweka, Alaba, Panzo Daba, and then I don't know whether are you conversant with that story of how Igbo marketers, you, me, come together and say, give me 10 film a year, I give you later, and go. Were you aware of such merging?
But it is still happening now.
Okay.
It is still, of course, it is. That is the whole essence. There's a new group that just came up now, that is called the image makers.
Mm.
It's a new group of up to 50. 50 filmmakers. Yes, they are coming up to launch their own YouTube channel.
Ooh.
You know. Let me be very sincere with you. That's why so many people will keep telling me, why is it that you don't have a YouTube channel? I don't believe I'm an international human being. I don't believe in all these individual me, all those nonsense. I don't believe in that. Business thrives better when you are in partnership. Just partner with people who, because you cannot just everybody must not have television, like the rubbish that is happening on YouTube now. Everybody has television. And some people will actually say they don't want to act for anybody again. They want to act only their own film. So those are nonsense.
It's happening.
Yes, it does nonsense. Because your room cannot be the only room that defines your beauty. Your room cannot be the only room that defines your beauty. Your beauty should be able to be defined in rooms.
Across?
Yes, in rooms. If your beauty is defined only in one room, then the beauty is not beauty. So as an actor who is acting, you have to test yourself in a lot of waters. Say because you are a swimmer and you are swimming only in one swimming pool that is in the back of your house, and in that swimming pool at the back of your house you swim so well, and then you believe you are a swimmer. But now they give you, water that has a lot of velocity, you will discover that you can't even swim. But if you have been testing waters, no matter the water they give you, you find a way to maneuver it.
Okay, Chuku, all the money you have been spending on Omowani and clubbing, if you have invested it in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited, all this loan app will not be pursuing you up and down. One, stop learning. Come and invest in land banking with the Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.